Hello, hello. Hey, fellow old farts, take a look at this. I'm fascinated with this photography. Boy, I'll tell you, if I hope everyone can hear me okay and see me okay. In fact, I don't even have the channel up yet on YouTube on my own here, but I'm going to it now. Give me a moment here. Stop that. So this is a photo from Kevin Tolley. Most of you know Flying and Fishing with Tolley. So Kevin Tolley is going to be our guest today. So I know that most of you that are in the Facebook group, Old Farts with Drones, are familiar with Kevin Tolley, and he is. There you go. He's going to be our guest today, and I'm really excited about that because he's been on one show before, I think, in the past, and he's just been probably the most consistent supporter of Old Farts with Drones. He's been a moderator for I'm going to try and say well over a year, maybe a year and a half, that he's been helping me get people into the group and helping them fill out the questions and helping us make sure that the negative elements out there, people that want to start arguments or people that want to sell you something of some sort or another, that those kind of people are not part of our group. And so Kevin, I owe a really big debt of gratitude. And recently, my kind of co-host today, who's been with us for multiple times, has recently also became a moderator. This is Roger Zutter. Hi, Roger.
Hello, guys. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Roger, thank you so much. We're indebted to you also for your help in keeping our group, Old Farts with Drones, with keeping it as peaceful and as spam free as possible. I know I've been, I have received many, many compliments from people all over the globe how this group really tends to, we don't gunk it up with all kinds of garbage, and negative people. And I am just thrilled to death to say that it's because of you and Kevin and David and Chip and a few other people out there that have been helping me for years, keep this group an enjoyable place to be here. I'm just now seeing the chat, and I want to say hello to a bunch of these people here that are just coming in here. So hang on here. I'm going to bring this up on my monitor so I'm not always looking in the opposite direction here. But it's I'm really I'm juggling with three screens here, and this one here is where the camera is, but it's definitely a good time doing this.
Yeah.
But so Warren Akira show, he's out there. Warren's been on our chat nearly every time here, and one of these times we're going to get him on. Am asking Warren every week, so I just want everybody to know that so we're going to have a celebration when we get him on the real live show here. And of course, one of my best friends now is Johnny Drone Flyer, Fly for Fun. Johnny has been one of the biggest supporters of our group, and we are so enjoying working with each other on a variety of things here. And we've been together at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and we're gonna keep this going. And Max 420 is here. Max, how are you? Max and Tammy. Max is the better half of Tammy there. I don't know if I said that right, or she's the better half. I don't know. Max, what is it? They're a great couple. They really are. I really love when you see a match of two people that were made for each other. It sure feels like Max and Tammy is that people there. Hi, Steve Anderson. Steve was on the show last week, and let me make you a moderator, Steve. I don't see where you're not a moderator. And John Flynn, I didn't have time to change my shirt. I may take a break here, though, and change my shirt. I just got a new Flying Flynn shirt yesterday in the mail, and I'm thrilled here. And so everything's all good there. And thank you, John. Captain Ray Kelly, the other half of Flying for Fun, the instigator of Old Farts with Drones. He's in our chat. Captain, we're full of captains today. Captain Joe America. Captain Joe has been a constant supporter here. And if there's any new people, Bill Thomas is here. Bill Thomas has a show tonight at 5:30. If you want a lot of laughs and just enjoyable fun about drones, and sometimes not drones, and sometimes a lot of nonsense, a lot of squirrel talk, you can tune in at 5:30 our time in Pacific, 8:30 in Pacific time to Coast Drones Drone Therapy with Bill Thomas. Thanks, Bill, for jumping in here today. And so I'm glad everyone's here. So today I'm going to bring in our special guest. Most of you guys have met him. He's been at the South Florida Drone Meetup for the last 2 years in a row. And I'm pretty sure he'll be here at this one. But without any further chit chat from me, let me bring in the star of today's show here, Kevin Tolley. Hiya, Kevin.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hi, Kevin. Say hello to all your friends out there.
Hello, everybody. And yes, I will be at the South Florida Drone Meet. I cannot miss it. I kind of plan my year around that. Get down there and get to meet everybody and see folks. And old Captain Ray and Johnny, they put on quite a show down there, and they put a lot of work into it.
They sure do.
It for nothing.
Oh, great. Well, good. So listen, I want to ask you a few questions to begin with here. Is that okay with you?
Tell everybody. Why, sure. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, Audrey just poked her head in, and she says to say hello to everybody. Anyway, I don't want to put you on the make you feel uneasy here, Kevin, but it's something really we want to understand. Can you give us a little, a couple minute story about, where were you born and what was your, work during growing up? Did you serve in the military? What did you do? Did you, what give us like the 2-minute story of this is Kevin Tolley.
Okay. Well, now I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. I remember absolutely nothing about it because we left there as a kid. We lived in the mountains in West Virginia, and I was born in Cleveland. I grew up in West Virginia, and we lived between West Virginia and a little town called Paducah, Kentucky.
Ah,
And I went to school in Paducah, Kentucky. I grew up there. We moved to South Florida when I was 18 years old, and I stayed in South Florida for years and years. And I retired from the sheriff's department there and moved up to the Florida Panhandle and
uh-huh.
worked for the county here for a while. And then I went to the state prison and I worked there. So
Yeah.
overall, I got about 30 years in Florida retirement. I retired from that, and now I kind of do whatever I want to do. But I enjoyed working in the prison. The time went by
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
It went by
Wow.
too fast.
It
And
does.
that's me.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. I have spent multiple weeks at a time in my life in Paducah, Kentucky. And
Is that right?
yes, and I traveled with a rock and roll band, and there was a nightclub in Paducah that we used to do like Thursday through Sunday, about every month and a half or 2 months, we would be back at that club in Paducah, Kentucky. And in fact, some of the guys in the band had some girlfriends in Paducah. So, it's a small world,
A small world. You're
Yeah,
right. A very small world.
that's right on the border, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right there. Cross the river, and you're in Metropolis, Illinois, the home of Superman. And shoo, Superman.
Yep. Metropolis has really made they have a Superman museum there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So tell us, I know we talked a little before we started here, but tell us about this drone hobby. Where in the world did that come from? Or were you interested in aviation, or just how did that happen?
Well, I think I've told the story before, but let me tell you how it happened. It started off with the grandkids. They wanted drones for Christmas. So I went and I bought them both drones. They were little toy drones, and they
Yeah.
flew them for one day, and then they were through with them. So
Oh,
yeah,
like they do
I'm
a
looking
lot
at
of
these.
toys, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking at them, and I pick it up and I start flying it outside, playing with it. And if you learn how to fly those, you can fly because they're difficult.
Yeah.
And I learned how to fly them, and then I got to thinking, well, this is kind of neat. I like this. And so I went and bought a DJI Mini 1, my first
Ah,
real drone. And I flew
yes.
the fire out of that thing, and then it kind of became a habit. And then my first year at the South Florida Drone Meet, I was watching Maddie from Maddie's Drone World, and them other boys down there fly the FPV, and I thought, now that looks like fun.
Uh-huh.
So I decided, hey, I'm going to try this. And I come back home and I bought me a setup, and I went outside to fly it. I took off and I wrecked. And I wrecked. And every day, I kid you not, for 3 or 4 months, I flew every day and I crashed every day. And then one day I went out there and I took off and I didn't crash. And I got to thinking, wow, hey, I'm doing this now. Look, I'm doing it and I'm not wrecking. And you know what happened when I got to thinking about it? I wrecked. So,
Roger, do you
then,
fly FPV?
Yeah, I do, but only with the DJI FPV drone. I'm
Ah,
still I'm still using the normal and sports mode. I'll
y-
train on the simulator, but I don't know. I'm just not getting it, and
okay.
sometimes it's so frustrating that I stop before I throw anything in a corner.
Kevin, did you feel like that? Did you feel frustrated?
Listen, Roger, it can be very frustrating. Like I said, I crashed every day for 3 or 4 months, but I didn't know any better. I started off flying in acro mode. I did not know any better. So I started off in acro and I'm wrecking. And yes, it can be frustrating, but keep going at it. And then one day you'll go out there and all of a sudden it just starts to click. And now, man, I fly the fire out of them, and I hadn't wrecked in months now.
Oh, wow.
I just get out there and fly them. I wear them out.
Yeah.
Don't say that too loud.
Well, you know, and you see, that's the good thing about FPV, Roger, is I can crash mine at 80 mile an hour, go out there, pick it up. When I find it, put new props on, and take off again. The DJI FPV drone, if you crash it, you're going to have to send it back for repair, you know. Regular FPV, they're built for crashing.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is the DJI Avatar, it's really robust. I already crashed that one twice in a construction site, so it went down the scaffolding. But the good thing is, you know, they have these, it's called the turtle mode. When they lay on the back, it just go in your goggles and go to turtle mode, and then it makes zzzt, and then you take off. As long as the battery stays, it's a really robust little bug. That's what I call them. It looks like it's been, yeah. It already looks like it's been on war, but still doing good.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. I really love the FPV, but my true passion is that camera drone. Man, I love that camera drone, taking a little video and photography. I keep one with me all the time. If I'm happen to drive somewhere and I see the sun in just a certain way, I pull over on the side of the road. I just pull over and send the drone up and catch whatever I can.
Yeah. So I want to take a few minutes here. And again, I want to welcome, we got quite a few people have joined in the chat here. Stephen Drones, how are you? Yeah, okay. And let's see who else. Roger's here, okay. Anyway, Don Hill's here. Hi, Don. Don lives right up the street from me here. Don runs the Las Vegas and Henderson DronePilot.com group there. Everybody, I strongly encourage you to go there because he has every rule and regulation. If you're visiting Las Vegas here, he has every regulation outlined, county, city, state, all of that kind of stuff there that you can take a look at. So here's Kevin's channel. Now I know we got about how many, 12, 13 guys watching right now at the immediate moment. And I know typically we're getting about 150 to 200 people watching the show after it's over. I know, you know, for those of us that are still working daytime jobs, this time is not right, but for you, but I'm appreciative that I get a lot of people watching afterwards. So what I'm going to ask today is, right now, Kevin Tolley has 161 subscribers. All right. Over the course of the next 2-3 days, can we all try to get Kevin Tolley over 200? Let's see if we can make that happen. He's 39 subscribers away from 200 right now. Let's see if we can go over that mark. So, Kevin, tell us about another day bass fishing with the wife. Is it okay if I show Susan on here?
Oh yeah,
I play
sure.
this video.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Here is. See if I get rid of if I get any commercials here. Nope. Okay.
Oh, I love that little boat.
Okay.
No
It
fishing.
looks like a perfect fishing boat.
It is. It is.
And you're fishing in lakes in the immediate area. Is that right?
Yeah, I do a lot of lake fishing, and we'll go down and hit the rivers around here. But
Get mom in. Get mom in safely here.
oh, be doggone! This is an old one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we enjoy fishing now. And let me tell you, she will put it on you. She can fish better than 90% of the men that I know.
Yeah. Oh, look at here. We got one right here. She's pulling in.
One of the day.
Looks like a rainbow.
No, that's bass.
That's a
bass.
largemouth. It's small largemouth. Yeah. Yeah.
And she threw it on me.
Yeah. So what's this lake called?
This is Lake Victor. And Lake Victor is in Holmes County, Florida. And somewhere on the channel here, I've got videos where they actually drained this lake right after this fishing trip. Yeah, they actually drained the lake down to about 6 inches deep. They drained probably 20 foot of water out of here.
You're trying to hit her with it.
Yeah.
Oh. This is great. I want to get to some drone flying here, but you know that's what Kevin's channel is a 50-50 mix here of drone flying and all different kinds of things. But let's take a look. The first one, ripping the yard here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Show that one. I did this yesterday. I did this yesterday.
Okay. You set up the gates?
I do. I set up the gates and I'll put them in different locations. But now I went from crashing every day to these trees is a real small gap, but I got to where I don't even check up now. I just buzz right through them. Yeah.
You just know the right spot.
It's just once it starts to click in your brain, it's fun.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Look at that.
Oh, it gets better. I got a little triple gate by these old barns that I fly through that triple gate.
Okay. Now, what's that? Is that an old barn there?
Yeah, that's where I store firewood at.
Okay. Whoa.
This is fun.
There's the boat.
If anybody's out there and don't want to fly FPV, do it. It's challenging to start with, but once it starts to click in your mind, it's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. Now let me ask you: Did you have any nausea problems?
No, Bob, but I have to sit down. At the end of this, you'll see me sitting at the table.
Okay.
I cannot stand up and fly. If I do, I'll fall over. I'll get dizzy and fall over.
Okay. I've heard that from a lot of people. I know at that the second South Florida drone meetup, somebody put a regular DJI FPV on me, and they made me lean up against a pillar to. They said you definitely want to keep leaning against this pillar, and but I kept doing this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is when I fly out in real, I don't have any problems. But when I'm trying to do some practicing in Acro mode on the simulator, I always get motion sick.
Huh.
Huh. On the simulator, you get motion sickness.
Yeah. But when I'm out and I'm just sitting somewhere, I can fly 2, 3, 4 batteries without any problem. But as soon as I'm sitting on a simulator, it takes 5-10 minutes, and then I have to stop because
Yeah. Huh. What's a good simulator? Kevin, did you use a simulator at all?
No, I've never used a simulator, Bob. I got this computer that I'm doing a show here with you now, and it's 20-some years old, and it won't support a simulator.
Ah.
Yeah, the one that I'm using
see,
is
I'm
from DJI.
Yeah, I saw you right at the end there.
How did you stop
Let's stop the commercials here.
10-second peanut.
But yeah, but sitting, I know here, this guy Tom Dowling, who I go out flying a few times here with. He also insists on sitting down to fly the Avata.
Yeah.
Roger,
Yeah.
do you
If I don't
you have
sit
to
down-
sit with it, right?
Yeah, if I don't
Excuse
sit
me?
down, I'll fall over.
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
have-
I'm sitting as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. And so anyway, the rest of the so after you started, Kevin, I know I've seen some incredible. Kevin has a propensity or a preference for photographing some sundowns, as of course, as everybody saw in my opening here of the show today, is that I just stayed on one of Kevin's image here that was just tremendous here. So I want to go back, Kevin, to the Facebook group here, because I know you have posted just some incredible stuff on the group. And tell me how your timing is kind of what the question I have here. I'm sorry I'm turning away from everybody, but I'm doing a lookup here on Kevin here. So let me bring this up on the screen here. That's 6. There we go. So this is all of Kevin's post on the group here, and I mean that is give me an idea. Do you look for the right kind of clouds or the right day, or are you just going out every day?
Well, Bob, I'll tell you what I do. I keep a drone with me all the time. If I'm going to town, if I'm going anywhere I go, I keep a drone with me. And if I look and I see the clouds are forming just right or the sun is setting, I'll stop no matter where I'm at. And the timing, like this photo here, this lasted like this maybe a total of 4 minutes, and that was it. And after that, it was gone. It was just gone.
Yeah.
if you see it, you've got to have your drone with you. Send it up and just wait. It'll either light up or it won't. You kind of never really know. But if you've got it with you and you're ready, you do good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing there. You know, and I'm sure everybody's seen this shot of us here. This is when Kevin walked in the door of the Hampton Inn, and I was standing in the lobby, and you know, I knew who he was, and he walked in wearing an Old Fart with Drone shirt, and I mean, that was our first face to face there. You know, that was great. And
Kevin, on that picture, you really look like Hulk Hogan retired.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't long been retired from the prison system there.
Yeah.
It was a job that I enjoyed, and the years went by really fast.
Now this is somebody's field nearby you, huh?
Yeah, this is another occasion, and now while we're talking about it, at the first drone meet, I overheard Johnny Drone Flyer, Mr. Johnny, say he kept a drone in the truck with him all the time, a little backup drone, and from that day forward, I've always kept the drone with me. And this video, I was coming home the other day, and I seen they had just bailed this field up, and I said, I'm going to stop on the side of the highway and done this.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I mean, the shadows on the field, and you know, there's a piece of equipment that bails that hay up like that.
Yeah.
And then they come by with a truck that they pick them up one by one. Is that right?
That's right. And then this was a beautiful scene on the side of the highway again on the same day. And I stopped. I said, honey, I'm going to get these cows too.
Yeah. They're grazing there. They've wiped out some parts of that field.
Yeah, and this video was done with the DJI Mini 2.
Still an incredibly great, capable drone. I know a lot of people, a lot of guys in our group out there are still flying that Mini 2. You know, that Mini 2 really is held up. I found that it's just really held up here. Here's some more.
Let me ask you a question. So in the States, if you're driving on the highway and you see something, you just pull to the soft shoulder, stop, and
yeah,
take your drone
and fly.
Okay.
I've done that multiple times myself. I've done that. You know, I think a few shows ago, Roger, I don't know if you may have seen that show. I pulled over. I was driving from northern Nevada back home to southern Nevada, and I pulled over at this Walker Lake that happens to be probably about 2 miles from a military base. Yeah. In Hawthorne, Nevada is the ammunition depot of the United States military, you know. Oh, wow. And I knew I was near a military facility, but I did the same thing. I pulled over to the side of the road and I put the drone straight up, and I had the drone at about 200 feet, and then a T-38 jet trainer, fighter jet trainer, came over me at about 300 feet. I thought I lost the
Oh,
drone. I mean, I could see the rivets in the bottom of that fighter jet.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I was shaking. I couldn't bring the drone down because I couldn't stop my hands from shaking for about 5 minutes before I could get my hand on the stick to bring it down. And of course I wasn't sure if the drone was still there or not, because I mean, it was directly in the same path as that fighter jet.
Okay. Now in
wow.
Switzerland, when you drive on the highway, we have the emergency lane, and if you stop there without having an actual emergency, and the police catches you, you get a ticket, $250.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
You can't just, well, I mean,
It's-
like,
No,
it's
sir.
pretty common in the, I would say more in the rural areas of the United States. When you're driving, if you need to go number one, you can just stop someplace and find a tree,
Don't do that here. Don't do that here in
wow.
Switzerland.
Mm,
So,
good to
Roger,
know.
is it really, really crowded where you're at?
No.
Is it a dense population where you're at?
No,
Roger?
it's no Switzerland. We have 8.2 million. Complete Switzerland.
So your laws
So,
are just really strict, huh?
Yeah, it is. Swiss laws, they are strict, but it's for the safety of the people. I mean, in Switzerland, we drive 120 kilometers. That's 80.
100, yeah, 80, 60 miles.
It's 80 miles.
80
That's
miles.
80 miles.
Yeah.
That's 80 miles an hour on the highway. And we don't, because we are not having that much space as in the US. We don't have that middle lane that you guys
Left
have.
turn lane.
There is 2 lanes this way, 2 lanes on the other way, and that's it. That's all what we have.
Huh.
And the city where I'm living, we have a population of approximately 10,000.
Ah. Yeah. So that's a good size farm community here. I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't you say, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10,000. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, like I said, I think probably there are more people in New York than in complete Switzerland.
Yeah. So, Kevin, tell us about this shot. Kev?
Now this is another one of those moments where I was coming home from my mother-in-law's house, and I seen the clouds were setting up, and it was getting close to dark. And I have my drone with me, and I think this was done with the Mavic 3, the Mavic 3 Classic.
Okay.
It was just an opportunity, and I seen it was setting up, and I thought, well, it may be good, so I set my drone up. And if you'll look, there's in this picture, you can see my little silver car on the right down there.
Okay.
I just happened to be ready, and I got lucky, and it's just a beautiful thing, man. I love to do this.
Oh, look at that! How it lit up the water. Wow.
Yeah, I enjoy this.
Ah. Yeah. Way cool. Way cool. Yeah, I am. Like I say, this looks from a similar spot there. I'm looking for, that's the one, yeah, that we showed off here. Yeah, that was That was great. Another great ones. I mean, Kevin, this is just such a wonderful set of work.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
software do you use, Kevin, for the pictures?
What?
What software?
Software?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you editing the
I
photos?
don't. I have an Apple phone that I use on my drone, on my controller, and I just share everything right from the phone to to Facebook.
Aha.
So
this
no
is all
editing,
My
nothing.
computer, yeah, this
This-
computer I'm talking on, it's over 20 years old, and it doesn't run any of that stuff. This is all right off my phone.
so all of this
With-
is just right out of the drone.
Off my phone, yeah.
You moved it from your drone to the phone.
Right. And then from the phone to the Facebook.
Oh, that is,
That's
boy, that
awesome.
speaks a whole lot of the quality of the drone right out. That this there's no post processing here, folks. This is just just not that not at all here. I'm just really impressed there.
Now, one
Yeah.
day I'm going to buy. See, this is where I live at. This is my little farm.
Okay.
And coming up now, I'm going to quit buying drones for a little bit. And I'm going to buy me a computer. I want to get me an Apple computer.
Okay.
And then I'm going to learn how to do the post work and all that other good stuff.
I'd be happy
But
to
that's
help.
what happens. Yeah, that's where I live at.
I'd be happy to help. We could do, lessons on Zoom here to, get you from the Windows world to the Apple world there. I bought a Apple in 1981, and then in November of 1984, I bought a Macintosh, and then that's my third Macintosh that I owned. That's a Mac Plus back there, and then I've in fact, if you look behind the chair, there's another iMac there, and there's probably a dozen of them in the room surrounding me here. But I have kind of a Macintosh museum in my man cave here, you know. So and I worked for Apple. I worked for a dealer here in Nevada that before there were Apple stores, they had independent dealers, and I worked for one of them for years as a trainer. So I'd be more than happy to help you get started.
Well, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. And
Well,
my buddy down there, Alex Escardo,
yeah.
he's telling me the Pro Mac is the one to get. And so when I decide to do it, that's what I'm gonna get.
Okay. A laptop you're going to get to begin with?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Mac.
Okay, the laptop.
Pro.
The MacBook
uh-huh.
Pro. Yeah. And
that's it.
the newer versions of that with the M1 and the M2 processor, those are superb for video editing. And you're using a Mac too, Roger, aren't you?
Yeah, right now I'm on MacBook Air with the M1 chip.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, it's about approximately 1 year old, and I also have a fully loaded 2019 MacBook Pro with the Intel 9 chip.
Yeah, i9.
Yeah, and completely loaded. And the funny thing is, the MacBook Air was the really the lowest model, the lowest RAM, the lowest SSD. has more power in DaVinci Resolve than the fully loaded MacBook Pro with the Intel chip.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
Kevin, as long as your new toy has an M chip in it, no matter if it's the M1 or the latest, the M2, you can go with a MacBook Air for editing to start. They cost about $900 a MacBook Air. And to get started with, and if you are using an iPhone, you just log in with your Apple ID and password on your MacBook. You got all your contacts, everything will be there, and you know how to use it.
Cool. That's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get the MacBook Pro with M1 or M2 chip. That's what I want. And I've been going to do it, and I've been going to do it, and I just haven't done it yet.
Well, it just takes, pulling up the screen and clicking the button there, I have a suggestion that I usually, when somebody's interested in buying a new Mac, if you type in apple.com refurbished, Apple has a page of refurbished stuff. And most of the time, if it comes directly from Apple as refurbished, it is better than brand new. Okay. And they put the entire full warranty on those pieces. And you're usually saving $200-300 sometimes from the comparable model that you would buy brand new. So I have many times purchased the refurbished one. And if do you have an Apple store near you, Kevin?
No, but I got a Best Buy.
Okay. You might be able to get the Best Buy to set it up for you, because that's what at an Apple store you can buy a refurbished one offline, have it shipped to an Apple store, and then you go to the Apple store and then they give you about a 2-hour setup lesson and get you going and then send you home. I think Best Buy will do a similar service.
Well, I think I'll go to Best Buy when I get it. I think I'll go to Best Buy and get it, and then I'll Zoom with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And what's also really important, Kevin, is for external drive, make sure you are choosing an SSD instead of a normal hard drive.
Yeah, don't get a spinning hard drive. Yeah. I would tell that to anybody buying any computer now. Don't buy any spinning hard drives.
It's still a point out there. But if you're like, the drone footage, if you start with video editing, like I say, with my Mavic 3 Cine, there is 1 minute in full resolution is approximately 1.8 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So if you make a few minutes of videos, and then you have to transfer that on a spinning drive, it will take forever. And I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I have a backup, a NAS with normal drives, not SSDs. But there, I don't care, because when my working computer is on standby, it transfers all the data, and then it can have as long as it wants to. But not when I'm copying files from the drone to the computer. Then that has to go quickly.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's going to be a learning process for me, because, like I say, I've always just went from the drone to my telephone, and my telephone to Facebook. And y'all talking about a whole new thing from the drone.
You see these?
Yeah. See, I know nothing about what you got in your hand.
That's a Samsung SSD 2 terabyte drive. Costs me here in Switzerland about $80.
I can't pull it up to the camera, but I have one that's this size, and it's 4 terabytes, and it was $200. You know,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's you know, that's the if you can keep that in your head, you want a solid state drives. You don't want any spinning hard drives. When you talk to the people at Best Buy, or have me on the phone when you go to Best Buy, you know, that would be good.
No, that's it's handy. It's not big. You can put it in your pocket. You take it with you with your MacBook Air or MacBook Pro or whatever you want. Like I say, data transfer is like,
Yeah, it moves the files real fast.
yeah.
You download, you put all your video and photos on that drive, and then you use that from there onto
Hey,
your
Johnny.
computer.
Yes.
What's up, Roger?
Johnny!
Hey,
What's up,
everybody
Kevin?
knows Johnny here. Hi, Johnny.
Hey,
Welcome.
my friend.
What's up? What's
Hey.
up, man? Hey, he's the
Yes,
sunset king. I'm telling you, he is the sunset king.
He is the Sunset King.
He is
I
the
have to
man.
tell you, I have been so enamored with Kevin Tolley. I mean, it is, you know.
No, the one he put up yesterday, it was like, oh my God. And listen, and I'm not, you know, a lot of people as a big, you know, a lot of people editing. I know y'all talking about editing it, but they almost make the pictures look fake lately. So, you know, Kevin just does it naturally off the phone. That's kind of what I do. The pictures I put up today just came right off my phone. So, but yeah, those sunset views are awesome, Kevin.
Kevin has
Johnny,
been
I
a
was
master here. We have, you know, and I have to tell you, I've been enamored with, you know, your FPV stuff now too. God, I mean, you know,
That FPV 's a
Johnny,
lot
you're
of
not
fun,
flying Acro, are you?
I do the Avada. I never, you know, when he said, you know, it hit your brain and you click. Well, I guess I don't have a brain because it never clicked for me. I
Same,
never,
same here.
every time I put an Acro, it just did this right here. Look, it just dropped out the sky. So I got all that crap and packed it up, and it's sitting in a box back there. But guess what? I can rip the hell out that Avada.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because with
No.
that piece here, that's so much fun to fly.
I went over the water for the very first time today. I went over that tugboat that Captain Joe and I fly. So
Oh yeah.
Be careful.
I was kind of nervous, but
Yes.
Be careful.
Yes.
I already crashed one into a waterfall.
well, I asked Captain Joe. I said, Joe, you got your Avada? He goes, no. I was just messing with him, of course. You know, I said, oh, because I wanted to fly it over the tugboat.
Wow.
Yeah, I just got that's still the first one that I use with the FPV. A few days ago I got the controller too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what
I wasn't able to test it out right now.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, I think that most people, and I was the same way, I think because you can fly camera drones, you just automatically think you can fly the FPV, but it doesn't work like that. So don't get your feelings hurt. Even if you're a very good pilot, camera drone guy, you know, you got to put in the stick time, and that's something I did not do, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do,
There's another
kid.
one of Kevin's. This is Kevin's sunset here, and this we got a lot of green here, Kevin. That is amazing.
Well, that's right in the middle of the summertime. I think that was July, August, and we were actually getting a lot of rain right there. In fact, that was a storm come up right after that, a crazy storm.
Wow.
And now, see, like this photo here, I really owe that to Johnny because, like I said, I overheard him talking to somebody at the first drone meet I went to, and he was saying, I always keep a drone in the truck all the time, just in case. and I kept one in the truck with me every day since. And that was a moment of opportunity right there, you know.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So, Johnny, I don't know, what do you keep in your truck all the time? What drone?
Right now the Mini 3 Pro is kind of what I keep in my truck. I mean, not because just because it's a little bit small. I used to keep the Mini 2, and of course I have the Air 3, but I usually just grab the Mini 3 Pro.
Uh-huh. Oh, hi Mark. I was thinking of keeping the Mini 1 because those batteries don't discharge.
Yeah,
The
that's a great choice. It's the only negative is if it's really windy or
Yeah.
you know, you got the zoom capabilities, and also you always you wish you had the next drone.
Yep.
If I had the Mini 3 Pro, I kind of sometimes wish I might have the Air 3. So
Yeah.
but hey, it's better to get nothing than to miss a shot.
You're right. This is could be a new old fart phrase here. Always have a drone with you.
Yeah.
You never know when the opportunity arrives. Yeah. So cool. So what's going on with you? I know we got a show tonight there, Johnny.
Yeah, tonight is just
tell
tonight
us
is
about
viewer,
your show tonight.
yeah, viewer appreciation night tonight. So we'll just we got a bunch of videos pulled up, and if if you want your video played tonight, hey, hit me up in the chat or messenger, and I'll try to play as many as we can. We kind of do this once a month now, and we'll show as many as we can tonight, because you can't do it without the viewers. Looking at all these guys on this right side in this chat, I mean, that's what makes the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, so we appreciate it. I know it's a lot to pick from. A lot you can watch YouTube every night of the week. And,
sure.
So
and a lot of people do.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Well, it's better than TV. But
Yes.
no, hey, that's tonight. We really have no guest scheduled, but we may let some people pop on and talk about their channel for a few minutes. But we're definitely just going to show some videos.
Well, great. I've been fortunate to be on their show a few times, and like I said, Captain Ray was the instigator of Old Farts with Drones. I don't know. I think we had 41 or 42 members when Captain Ray all of a sudden became a member and started recommending us to other people. And then all of a sudden I started getting 30 requests a day, after that. And so I owe it a lot to Captain Ray here.
Kevin's scheduled to be on in a couple of weeks, I think, Kevin, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm coming on around the 1st.
I think so. Yeah, I got the schedule, but we try to have 2 guests a week, and of course our shows I say a little different. We tried to find out about the pilot, not so much the news. I mean, there's enough shows that do the news,
right?
So we definitely try to find out what's behind the who's standing behind the sticks there.
Yeah. That's like how I made Kevin tell us his story, his life story here. I like hearing that. I like to get to know these people that, I mean, we are so diverse. I mean, there's people from every area of the country, every political area of the country, every race, religion, whatever, however, every, all, in every, we're now in 102 countries. In some of those countries, I have to tell you, there's one person in there, but I mean, but still we're extremely diverse out there, and we have just a really great wide background of people in the group. So that's I'm looking forward to seeing more and more people come on and learn something about each other, and learn something about where we came from, how we got here, what made us all come together on this electronic platform. We found all these other drone guys.
Yeah.
you know, and we all were attracted to the drone, you know, so all good.
Well, let me tell you one thing I learned about drone guys, and you'll see it a lot when you go to the drone meet and you get around other drone people. 99.9% of them are really good people.
I
They're
agree.
just good folks.
I totally
They are.
agree. I totally agree, Kevin. It's you know, we all, you know, we all want the best stuff for everybody. You know, we want to enjoy life. We want to enjoy our kids and our grandkids, and you know, it's a major part of all of our life. You know,
It is.
so yeah.
Yeah.
all good.
There's something that I would like to say. There's something I would like to say as well, Bob. At the beginning, you said that Kevin and all the other moderators will, you know, keep the group clean. Well, we just, you know, work on these 0.01% that are not the fine guys. But what makes the group really awesome are the other 99.99%. I've
Yeah.
seen so many awesome posts in there, and there have been questions. Sometimes you have to step in and you know, stop the guys a little bit, because you know, they start arguing, and it's like in a bar fight, you know. And then you have to,
Yep.
to step in as a moderator and tell the guys, hey, please step outside, take some fresh air, come back in.
Yes.
But
Put a smile
like
on your face and
yeah, but
come back here.
that's what that group really makes so awesome, is not the moderator or the founder. That's the guys that are posting in there.
Yes. Hey, I got another friend jumping in here with us.
Yeah, I want to know,
Captain Joe.
what's Johnny trying to tell you here?
Hey,
He
Tell us about Johnny.
wouldn't let me fly as a Zavata.
he wouldn't.
No.
Oh, you
Johnny,
stingy.
Johnny tells me, he
You
says,
know-
you see that tugboat, I'm going to go through it. Where's your Avada?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
I know.
to keep tabs of everything with him.
My cousin wouldn't let me drive his Tesla either. You know, he just spent $100,000 on a Tesla S, and
Oh,
he
wow.
wouldn't let my wife or me drive it. You know.
But
So
had
how
a
are you,
good
Joe?
reason.
He must not be a first cousin. He must be like down the line somewhere.
No, he's a first cousin. Yeah. So how are you, Joe? Tell us what's going on.
Well, doing good. Dealing with a little chest pain issue that
Yep.
we're trying to figure out. It may just be reflux. I've had issues with it, so
Yeah,
I've had a little medical background, and that's what I'm thinking it is. And the doctors are thinking the same thing. Blood
That's
pressure,
good.
everything's good, but
Good.
when it hits me, it is a attention getter.
I think
Yeah.
it's that thing. I think it's that thing above his shoulders there.
Yeah.
It could be.
What is that? Loose nut? Yeah. Yeah, I've had the.
We just got through playing.
Are you in the Zipper Club, Joe?
Oh yeah, I had a
You're in-
quintuple 20 years ago.
Okay, I had a triple here in 2015 there. So you know,
Yeah,
so
20 years ago, a quintuple and 13 stints altogether.
oh boy, yeah. I've been there. I've had the same cardiologist now for 28 years. Same guy, you know. So now we're talking about cardiologist, Kevin. You got one?
I do not. I don't have any heart.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Thank God, you know. That's for sure.
No cardiologist. Now, I had a little surgery on the back done, and then I had a kidney biopsy done.
Yep.
And now I got to go back on the 25th, next Wednesday, and get the results of the biopsy. But
All good.
Luckily, I've not had any heart problems, and I'm a 60-year-old man. I'm in my 60s, and I've never had a heart problem.
Good. Good.
Hey,
Good.
no. You're not in your 60s. You are 60. You got to be past it.
Yeah. Hey.
Usually, Joe, back me up. When you go for a test and there's a problem, they call you right away, don't they?
Oh yeah.
They don't make you wait 3 weeks to hear that there's a problem.
Well, you know immediately.
Yeah. They. I had. I went for a stress test, and they called me back and put me in the hospital. That was. They said, no, you need to come right back. They called me back the same day. I was.
Well, ironically, I had a stress test scheduled last Thursday, and the Friday before I went in telling him about the chest pains, so we canceled it. He said, I don't want to put you in a stress test.
Yeah.
And he told me, and he said, I work DMS, and he told me, he said, you know what you're feeling because you've been through this.
Yeah.
And I'm also taking Ozempic right now, which could be mimicking everything.
Right.
So we scheduled an angiogram, and it's not until November 8th because of my schedule. That's the bad part about it. I do photography and do sports, and my schedule has me tied up actually all the way through the 8th, but I want to get it done.
Wow. What kind of sports are you shooting?
Shoot high school sports for the newspaper here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I've shot press work 46 years now.
Oh my goodness. Are you doing any drones for them?
You can't.
No.
Based on the rules of St. Tammany Parish, LHSAA, can't fly anywhere near a stadium because of their rules.
I see.
Unless it's a non-sanctioned event. Whenever they have like practices, I can go out and do it. Or if they have like a 7-on-7 that's not sanctioned, I can shoot it. As long as I don't fly directly over the people.
Gotcha. How about Roger in Switzerland? Can you fly over people?
It's until 249 gram. Drone weight, it's maximum 2 dozen.
People?
Yes. If the drone is heavier than that, you have to have at least, approximately 150 yards distance.
50 meters.
No, it's 150 meters, so it's 150 yards.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Plus or minus,
Yeah. Well, fun.
Yeah, we got
fun.
Switzerland has the same rules as European Union, so.
Okay. Yeah. Johnny, you got to fly in Italy, didn't you?
No,
you didn't.
No, I couldn't bring it on the ship, Viking on the cruise.
Yeah.
So I wasn't. Even though we were in Rome for 3 days before we got on the boat, I just wasn't going to chance it.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
There's some locations you can fly there, but getting it on the boat, I don't know what I would have done with it after. I even asked if they would lock it up, but they just said it could not come on a boat. Period. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, ship.
Yeah.
I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
I didn't see any. I was talking to one of those tour guides, and he says he'll see them now and then in rural type locations. Of course, you can't fly anywhere over the Vatican and the Colosseum and all of that, all the really touristy sites. But there's a lot of rural country out there that I saw going on the train and stuff. Would have been some great shots.
Right. Yeah. Fortunately, I got to take my drone to Italy, and there is just so many incredible shots. I mean, the one that of course sticks out. Yeah, well, of course everybody knows about me flying over the Parthenon.
Yep.
But the other one was there was a church in Perugia, which is the area about 100 miles north of Rome, and there was a church that was high on a hill that was completely bombed out, and the U.S. military bombed this church because the German army were using this church as a lookout, and as a base, and but it was built in the 1200s, and there's 3 of the 4 walls are still standing, and it's a pretty interesting spot there. And I got to fly the drone around this church there. That was really one of my highlights there. So, but yeah, there's a lot of spots like that.
Absolutely. That's beautiful.
Where all of a sudden here's something from 1100 here in the middle of nowhere, kind of thing. Similar to your area, Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So good. Okay, guys. I don't know if anybody else got anything they want to promote or talk about. I'm kind of winding down. What you got? We got Johnny's show tonight at. I know it's at 4 p.m. my time, Pacific.
7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Pacific time. 1 a.m. UK time, I think.
Yeah, that's 2 a.m. my time.
2 a.m. In Rogers. I'm learning now how to, figure out these time zones here.
That's pretty good because I can't keep up with just the one on each side of me.
That's good,
Yes,
Bob. I'm lost.
Huh?
I'm lost, Bob. I'm lost.
Kevin, you're in Eastern time, right?
Yeah, Kevin's
I'm
in
Central, Tommy.
You Central like me? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm Central. Yeah.
Oh, you're in Central. Okay, I thought
I'm in
you were in
Central.
Eastern.
You're a normal people time, Bob. I mean, Kevin.
Right. We're normal people time. That's right.
Yeah, we're normal.
No, Bob, you don't get the Eastern time zone until you get to Tallahassee. When you get to Tallahassee, Florida, then it's Eastern time zone.
I see. So
that's Scotty Jackrabbit FPV. Yeah, Tallahassee. That's where it changes. When you get to Scotty's house,
That's
you
right.
got you
Gotcha.
lose an hour just
Change
going
your
to his house.
So part of Florida is not all in one time zone.
No.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that. I learned something today. Not all of Florida is in the same time zone. That's amazing. Yep. And I find it strange too that India is on the half hour and the entire country is on the same time zone.
Wow.
It just, they want to do that way. So, and they're larger than the United States, right? India are very close in the same size of.
Yeah. But actually, it's a good idea. Instead of having 2 or 3 different time zones, they said we are just going to make one and move all the zones to the center of these 3. So that's a half an hour difference to the other ones, and that's it.
It is, yeah. But it's all good because we, like I say, I'm communicating with members in Old Farts who are in India, so I have to figure out those time zones. So
yes, sir. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, Roger, thank you for being on today. I appreciate you staying up late here. It's about 9:30, almost 10:15 there.
It's 10:15 here
in Switzerland. Go to bed, okay? Go have some cookies and milk, and go to bed.
Yes,
Johnny?
sir. In 6.5 hours, I gotta get up again. So.
All right.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, don't wait
sleep.
up. Don't wait up for the show, Roger. We'll forgive you.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Good deal. Good deal. Joe, anything you'd like to say here before we shut it down?
Yeah, go watch Johnny's show. I'll have to watch it after my 2 games tonight.
Oh boy.
I've got one at 5:30 and one at about 6:45. It's a JV and a freshman game.
Okay.
And the two teams that are playing, they're kind of real big rivals. And over the weekend at the LSU game, one of the players from the Mandeville side sucker punched one of the players from the other side.
Oh,
And
a
it's
lot of
supposed to be a
bad blood
pretty
here.
dirty fight. Oh, and because my son's a police officer in Covington, where the other school's at, and this Friday night they're going to have a show of force of police at the school. And I'll find out more details of it when I get there tonight to find out if the kid's still even on the team.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. So Kevin, I'm leaving the last to you. You've got the floor here. You're talking to the drone community and the old fart community. What do you want everybody to know about flying and fishing with Tolley here?
Well, what I want you to know is fishing is good, flying drones is good. If you've never done it, go get you a fishing rod and you go fishing. And if you ain't never flew a drone, listen, it's the best hobby out there. And you will get to meet some of the best people out there. Now, I'm a people person when it comes to good people, and maybe a people person when it comes to bad people, but I like good people. And you'll meet a lot of good people in the drone world. Just y'all come to the South Florida Drone Meet, and you'll see what I'm saying. You'll run into a lot of good folks. Yep. Now, you know, I'm getting kind of older and I like to set up my little tent and I'll sit there in my chair and I won't get around like a lot of folks get around. I see folks, man, they just go from one table to another. And I enjoy that, but I'll kick back and watch and you really get to see some good folks. Y'all come on down, y'all fly with us, get you a drone, take some sunset photos and enjoy life.
Amen, brother. Amen. All right, buddy. Thank you all. I'm going to leave you with one tease. We are seriously looking at a Las Vegas drone meetup. Okay. There's the tease. More info.
Hey, Bob, I got a question. The spear, can you see that from like the Flamingo? And
yes,
you can.
Oh yes.
Okay, cause that's why I always say. I was just wondering.
Yeah, we got to bring your face up there, Bob.
It would be interesting. I have to tell you, it inside, outside, that is the most amazing new structure I've ever seen. So I strongly suggest you all come to Las Vegas and we'll probably make a side trip to the Sphere, you know.
Just don't try to buy a beer there, Tom said. It's $18 for a beer. So
yeah, $18. Yeah, $18 a beer. Yeah.
Well, it costs $2 billion, Kevin. So huh?
I don't want no beer. They can have it.
I don't drink, but I mean, like, oh my God, $18. Can you imagine?
You usually get a case of beer for $18, you know.
It's pretty neat looking structure. I'll tell you what. It
is. Yeah, we're gonna see more and more of it, I'm sure. You know, kind of thing. But right now, it is a new showpiece for the city of Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Thank you all. I appreciate it. You know, be nice to each other. And we'll see you on the group. And please feel free to let me know if anybody out there wants to be on the show. I'm starting to follow my mentor, Johnny Drone Flyer, in scheduling people ahead of time.
I try to, but sometimes look, if I don't make that thumbnail real quick, I got to go back through my text messages and see who I asked to be on the show.
Thank you all. Good night.
Have a great one, guys.